So, ngayong araw, gumawa naman tayo ng hamonado. Ang ibig sabihin ng hamonado, ito ay hango sa salitang Kastila na hamon. Ibig sabihin, lulutuin mo yung karne na may kasamang konting asukal para magkaroon ng tamis at maglasang ham. So, para gawin to, first, kailangan mo ng 1 1/2 kilo, 1.5 kilo na karne ng baboy. Ito, in-order ko lang online from Fresh Options. This is their pork barbecue cut. Diba? Ang gusto mong bilihin na baboy, yung may konting fats to make sure that the meat will stay moist. And then I have here 2 cups of pineapple juice. Tignan yung mabuti ha. Ilalagay ko dito 2 cups of pineapple juice, half a cup of brown sugar. Kung walang brown sugar, meron palang iba sa inyo na magme-message. Dito po sa aming lugar, wala pong brown sugar na katulad ng nabibili po sa atin. These are for people living abroad. You can actually use raw sugar, yung medyo light brown. Pwede din po yon. Don't worry. Kung medyo health conscious ka, you can also use muscovado sugar or even coconut sugar. Pwede rin. And then I'm going to put 1 tall can of evaporated milk. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyong secret, the milk, no? Ang ginagawa kasi ng gatas, milk is a natural tenderizer for the meat. Paano nangyari yun? Paano nangyaring nagpapalambot ang gatas ng karne? Because milk naturally contains lactic acid. Yung natural acidity that is present to your milk, ang ginagawa niyan, it breaks the protein of the meat naturally in a good way para lumambot ito. Kung ikaw ay nakatira sa Italy or mahilig ka sa Italian foods, you will discover na may mga Italian dishes actually na pinapakulo yung karne sa gatas. And the result is a very, very tender meat. Okay? For this hamonado, kasi not all the time makakakita ka ng napakagandang cut ng baboy. Ang nangyayari, when you overcook the pork, tumitigas. When you eat it, masyadong dry na yung loob. So, the milk will really help a lot na mapalambot ng maganda yung iyong meat. And then I'm going to put sea salt. This is rock salt, 1 tablespoon. And 2 tablespoons of fish sauce or patis, no? So, ang gagawin mo, ayan, pinaghalo-halo ko yan. Maganda kung ibababad mo ito ng mga 1 oras. Pwede mo lang iwan dito sa labas, or what you can also do is, you can cover it and leave it overnight inside the refrigerator. Pwede mong gawin yon. Ang gagawin yan is, manunuot yung lahat ng flavors ng pineapple juice, ng milk, nung iyong asin, and yung iyong patis sa loob ng karne para talagang malasang malasa. But since again, I'm using this barbecue cut, makikita mo manipis lang yung pork, pwede ko na din siyang iluto right away. So I'm going to put this in a sauce pot. Ayan, lagay mo lang sa kaserola yan, and then I'm going to turn on the flame medium, no? Isi-simmer ko to for around 30 minutes. Ang takip lang niya is ganito. We call this a jar. You leave the lid ajar. Para yung sauce is magre-reduce. Mangyayari niyan is, you simmer it slowly while the sauce reducing, lalapot yung sauce mo and magko-concentrate lahat ng lasa. So again, pwede mong ibaabad muna para mas kumapit yung lasa, or pwede mo din namang isalang na agad kung manipis na cut ng pork yung ginagamit mo. So what I'm going to do here, pakukuluan ko lang to, isisimmer ko lang ng medium flame, over medium flame yung aking hamonado, and then after around 30 minutes, babalikan ko siya. So, kumukulo na yung ating hamonado, ilapit natin yung camera dito. So, makikita mo, nag-curdle na. Yan, buo-buong yan po ay dahil doon sa gatas. So just leave it like that. Mamaya pag lumapot po yung sauce, mawawala na po yan. So again, just keep your flame. Iwan mo lang yung apoy mo na medium. Huwag nyo po ilalagay sa high flame because pag masyadong kulong-kulo, uurong po yung iyong karne. Magmumukha silang maliit and there will be too much moisture loss. So, ganyan lang po. Low flame or medium-low flame. And then again, yung takip po, nakaganyan lang. And then balikan po natin ulit siya mamaya. So after approximately 30 minutes, ganito na yung itsura niya. Makikita mo, lapit mo yung camera. Malapot na yung sauce, nag-reduce na, and then ilalagay ko na dyan yung pineapples. Pag nilagay mo yung pineapples, medyo magsasabaw ulit yan. Kung may konti ka pang pineapple liquid, isama mo din. Okay, you put the pineapples. I have here sausage, the canned Vienna sausage. You can also put hot dogs if you want. And then, let's put hard-boiled eggs. So, lagyan na natin lang. Kasi mas sumasarap yung sauce niya kapag yung hard-boiled eggs mo, magbabasag ako ng konti. Because pag yung egg yolk niya is sumama dun sa pinaka-sauce, the sauce becomes extra creamy. Okay, so nagbasag ako ng mga 4 pieces of hard-boiled eggs. Okay, and then the final step is, pwede mong takpan yan saglit to let all the flavors intensify and bind together. But as it is, kung ako kakainin ko na yan. So this is our pork hamonado. Very, very easy. Kung if you're wondering, may mga pork hamonado na mas mapula dito. Yon is naglalagay sila ng konting tomato paste. Depende po kasi sa timpla. This is the pork hamonado na nakasanayan namin dito. Matamis, pero hindi sobrang tamis. And habang tumatagal, mas sumasarap. Ganun dapat ang pork hamonado and pati ang samahan. Diba? Habang tumatagal, mas nag-i-intensify in a good way. So ito, makikita mo, no? Nung hinahalo ko siya, nagiging extra creamy yung sauce. That is because of the egg yolk. What you can do here, like what I'm going to do, kasi kahapon, may ginawa na ako nito. Yun yung tinest ko ulit yung recipe. You can put it in containers and then freeze it. Why don't we try? I'll recycle this. Dito ko na lang ilalagay. So, you put a pork, a slice of pork, very, very nice cut, sausage, and konting egg. That's how you eat it. And also with rice. Diba? The pork is very tender and moist. Kasi merong mga lutuin na malambot nga yung karne, dry naman yung loob, di ba? This one, it's still very, very moist. No? So ano pa hinihintay nyo? Umorder na kayo, mamili na kayo ng ingredients. So you can prepare special dishes at home nang walang stress. Remember, yung mga ganitong putahe na akala natin mahirap gawin, napakadali lang pala, basta alam mo. So I'll see you again next time. Happy weekend and have a great time in the kitchen.